whole story, you want the receipts, you come and take a seat right here in the Fact Factory. You know what I'm saying? And I apologize to anybody that takes offense, but don't get mad for me speaking my truth. You just happen to be a part of my life story, man. And just be welcome to it because this thing's gonna go far, man. So, no pun intended, man. But we in the fact. We in the fact. We in the fact. We in the fact. We spitting facts. It ain't no cap. Inside the fact. Factory. If you want the facts, click on the tab. Start with an ad. Fact factory. We despise the lies. I apologize to all the guys about copy. We in the fact. We in the fact. We in the fact. Factory. We spitting facts. It ain't no cap. Inside the fact. Factory. If you want the fact, click on the tab. Start with an ad. Fact factory. We despise the lies. I apologize to all the guys about copy. We in the fact. It's in the fact. It ain't no. It ain't no. We. It ain't no. It ain't no. It ain't no. We in the fact. Click on the tab. It ain't no. It ain't no. It ain't no lies. We spitting facts. It ain't no lies. We spitting facts. This was. This was. This was sad. We spitting facts. It ain't no cap. This was sad. Cause we in the fact, 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 factory. We spitting facts, it ain't no cap. Inside the factory. You want the facts, click on the tab, start with an ad, factory. We just pop the live, I apologize to all the guys about Calvary. We in the, come to the, click on the,
Come to the, click on the.
come to the.
What you missing? A lot? Facts.
We get the fact. It ain't no cap. It's like a fact. You want the facts? Click on the tab.
Fact Factory. You like the braids? All right, listen, y'all. I'm going to show y'all something, right? All right, because today I'm going to do, it's a little something different now. I enjoy making a mini series, but I feel like, I ain't get enough views on that, and I ain't get enough reactions and attention. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to this real quick. You know what I'm saying? And when I think of something else, I'll jump to the mini series. But I want y'all to see something, right? Because my right hand man, right? I'm gonna show y'all who he is. You know what I'm saying? He kind of sparked something, right? He kind of sparked something, and I want y'all to see that if I can find it. Here we go.
We just left the Fact Factory. You know what I'm saying? I see my bro. Hold on, what you saying?
Y'all see Broski with the track hawk?
Y'all know the track hawk? All right, we ain't gonna get into all that. But listen, bro, is this something you gotta see camera a little messed up. But bro, what story you want to hear in the Fact Factory, bro? What story would you like to hear? Of all the rumbles that you know of, that you've heard of, that you know occurs, that is it a specific one that you want to hear? Like, name a name, bro. Any name, any story you want to hear, bro, and I'm gonna make sure you get it.
I really don't want to hear about a specific fight. I want to know what made you start turning up on them.
So wait, you don't want a specific altercation. You want to know what situation happened to me that made me start turning up on everybody the way I do?
What lights that fire? That's what I want. Where's the anger come from?
Where'd it come from?
That's what I want.
I got you, bro. That's what's coming next in the Fact Factory. Watch this story.
All right, look. Y'all heard my man, all right? Now, I'm going to keep it 1,000 millions with y'all, all right? It's a lot of people out here that, y'all might know of me, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might even have been around me. Y'all like the braids, man, wifey did these, man. I just started growing my hair, you know what I'm saying? But look, and it's the first time I ever did it, but to get braids and stuff. But anyways, a lot of people met me and may even know me, but it's not 5 people that can say they know me more than that man you just seen, all right? And I'm talking amongst family, all of that, all right? Oh, y'all like the old pyramid? This is the old pyramid. You know what I'm saying? The old pyramid. You know what I mean? But anyway, but not too many people can say that they know me like that man knows me. All right, and a lot of people, I can show y'all the comments, man. I can show y'all the comments. I can show y'all the inbox. I have an extensive list that I still have to get to of the names that I'm going to get to every one of them. All right. Sometimes they're blocking them. A lot of people don't know that. They blocked my homie Gotti 2 Federals one, and I'm going to do that one as well. But I'm going to jump into the story. But anyway, he stated he didn't want a specific fight. He wants to know what turned me up, what made me go from. A lot of people don't know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna break this down for you. All right, those who don't know, those who just witnessing me and realizing who I am for this last year or this last little bit of time period that you've been seeing me on your socials. Okay, let you. There's a lot of people that do know me. If you're from Harrisburg, you kind of know me, but back then, before I became who I am now. You know what turned me up? It's one word. It's one word that turned me up. And I want y'all to understand, right? I see this thing. I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't wash the jacket. But anyway, one thing y'all gotta understand, because watch when y'all hear this one word. What turned me up? One thing, and y'all better watch. If y'all out here doing this one thing, you gotta watch because one day people like me get the advantage. All right. But what turned me up, bro? And I want to tell you this because I didn't even get to tell you this. I sat back long and hard, and I was like, which fight could he be referring to? What fight could? But in all actuality, it doesn't even boil you down to a fight. You know what turned me up? One word. One word turned me up. Bullying. That is what turned me and my twin brother up to who we are today and to why we are these fighting freaks and when we was in the game we was doing other stuff, all right? And the reason why is because of the bullying that was taking place when we were younger, all right? Now, this story today, I'm going to tell y'all the story of how I very, very first, like my very first interactions and getting bullied when I moved over here into Harrisburg. All right, a lot people don't even know that. Oh, where they come from? I thought you were from Harrisburg. I'm from Harrisburg, but y'all don't know where it stems from, where I came from. I wasn't born in Harrisburg, but I'm gonna give y'all a little something. All right, now, all right. We gonna go. We going all the way back, y'all. We going back to second grade. Listen, it don't matter how young it is. The impact of the situation is still relevant today. All right, I was that little boy in the classroom. All right, always getting picked on because I was light skinned, had a little bit of curly hair. You know what I'm saying? I was new. I moved from Camp Hill. All right, I was living on Erford Road in Camp Hill. All right, they put a noose. They burnt the truck. These are facts at the fact factory. All right, but this is about to get real. Hold on. I hope y'all can hear me that whole time. But this is where it gets real. All right, this is where it gets real. Because I'm gonna break this down to y'all. Because this takes me back to a place that I don't ever want to be. And that I hope that none of your children, none of your kids, none of your nephews, nieces, none of the little kids down the street, I hope don't nobody ever, ever, ever have to endure the things that I've endured from the bullying. All right. And a lot of people don't know. A lot of y'all don't even know what y'all do to people when y'all do that. It's still things in my head that somebody said to me 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's still things that people said to me that still kind of affects my life. So what I'm telling y'all today is you got to watch the words you speak to people. You have to watch what you say, what you do, and how. You call yourself bullying somebody. You got to watch that because one day I'm telling you now, you will be faced with that person. If it's not that person name, y'all, that the person that you did something to might not have the same name as that person, but it's the same person when karma comes back. It's the same exact person. They just got a different name. So stop bullying. I'm telling y'all that right now. Please, if you're a bully, if you like picking on people because you're dealing with something deep within yourself that you're hurt and you're pained about, deal with that instead of picking on people. Because I guarantee you one day that person's going to grow up to be somebody like me. And I'm not the biggest. I'm not the biggest by far. I'm small. But anybody that ever did anything to me that bullied me, I got them back. I'm telling you now, I promise you this. It's only one person that I still have not got back. But the only reason I ain't get them back because they was locked away for almost 20 years. But guess what? Even if I don't get them back personally, there still will be. They're going to run into somebody like me, if not me. Trust me. All right? But anyways, let's start where it's at. All right? Second grade. All right. Now, I'm over in Camp Hill. I'm going to a school called West Creek Hills. All right. Yeah, I'm going to West Creek Hills. I'm in elementary school. I'm in second grade. All right. Now, because now I ain't gonna front. I'm throwing all the shade in the world to Harrisburg School District. Got to. All right. This is why. All right. Because when I was in this school over here, yo, I was in second grade. I'm learning how to spell. I learned how to spell alligator, crocodile. Like I'm learning whatever word I wanted to learn. All right. So the reason I broke all of that down is because I'm very intelligent, and I'm intelligent off of the things that they taught me so sudden in two grade periods. All right. I'm beyond smart. All right. Because they tell you, what do you want to learn? And I'd be like, oh, I was going on like church trips and stuff. So I was real intrigued with that. We was going to like Louisiana. So I'm like, well, teach me how to spell Louisiana, alligator, crocodile, I'm chameleon, stuff like that, lizard. I'm learning all of the things, and they're really adamant in teaching you, sitting down next to you, teaching you, showing you what you really want to learn. While everybody else is learning cat, hat, that, I'm learning crocodile, alligator, centipede. They're teaching me this because this is what I wanted to learn. But anyways, the reason I brought that up is because my intellect ability is extreme. All right, it's better than the average. Boom. Now, I don't know how now that I'm older, I know what's going on. But back then I didn't know that what was burning inside of our yard was a cross. Okay? Google it. Y'all think I'm lying? This shit get real. I'm telling you, yo, my life is crazy, bro. We was 7 years old. They burnt a cross. We was living in a predominantly white neighborhood. Y'all know where that's at? Erford Road. We're in the Camp Hill area. All right. So we're living in a predominantly white neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have a nice size house, but there's 9 people at all times living in this house. So it's only a 2-3 bedroom. You get what I'm saying? And it's like 3 to 4 people in each room and 8 kids at one time, I meant to say, and then 2 parents. All right. So anyways, so the white man, I ain't gonna say the white man, some white people, they put a cross and burnt it on our lawn because they didn't like that we were living in that neighborhood. All right. Now I didn't know, like I didn't know what was really going on. I didn't know this was a racist thing, and I didn't know any of that. I just know that they burnt something in our yard. And next thing you know, we had to move. All right. So dad got us out of there. One, because it wasn't safe to keep kids in that area like that. When I'm telling you, the entire neighborhood did not like us. We only had one friend. It was a little girl. We used to play pine cone. We used to be in the trees with her playing pine cone, searching for pine cones. She was the only person that would play with me and my twin brother. Everybody else ostracized us. They thought, because forget what they thought, we were black and they ain't like us in that neighborhood. Now I ain't gonna say it was like that when we went to school. When we went to school, it wasn't like that. All right. We wasn't getting all that. But in our neighborhood, they didn't talk to us. They didn't play with us. All right. Long story short. So my dad decides to move us. All right. So he moves us. We move to Hurst Street, 206 Hurst Street. You know, that's like the downtown area. Now, mind you, I'm 7 years old. All right. We like in the downtown area of Harrisburg, but it's still considered uptown because we going to the uptown school. All right. Shout out to the U all day. So boom. What turned me up? So now I'm going to this school. My first day of class. I remember my very first day of class. I remember the very first person I met. All right, boom. I walked in the classroom doors. It was a Chinese lady. Her name was Miss Pham. That was my second grade teacher. Boom. I walked in the door. Boom. First and foremost, as soon as I walked in the door, I'm looking at everybody like, wow, these are all people that look like me or a little darker. When I was the only person in the school that was white at one point. I mean, that was black. Now I'm in a school where it's only probably one white person in the entire grade. You get what I'm saying? So I walk in, I'm like, oh, wow. Now, my speech isn't like theirs. I don't speak hood. I'm not, at the time, I wasn't from the hood. My dad ain't have us over there. But now, second grade, I'm like, so the clothes I'm wearing, it ain't what they like. This ain't cool to them. This was cool for the white over here in the white neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? But over here, this ain't cool. Wearing sneakers that don't got Nike or Jordan or New Balance and stuff like that. You was getting smoked. All right, so I walked into class. First and foremost, everybody snickered. Then you hear the little jokes and stuff. These are facts. So I walk in. And the first person I meet is a brother named Corey Thompson. Shout out Pumpkin. You know what I'm saying? You was one of the ones that was bullying me. But we ain't going to get into all that because you cool now. But you can't bully me no more, could you? And what happened upstate? All right. So, but anyways, that was the very first person I meet. Teacher was like, go over here to this guy right here. His name is Corey Thompson. Boom, boom. I'm like, hey, how's it going, man? He like, what's up? I'm like, nothing. What are y'all doing today? So they show me the schoolwork. Now, when I see the schoolwork, I see 1 + 1. I see 3 + 3. I see stuff. I'm like, oh, he was like, you know how to do this? I'm like, I knew how to do that. Yeah, I knew how to do that when I was like 4 or 5. So he looking at me like, oh, yeah? I'm like, yeah. Knock it right off. So he copies off me. But he's not a part of this story. All right. But anyways, but I gotta give him his dead roses. You know what I'm saying? I ain't giving out flowers. I'm giving out dead flowers. All right. I gotta give him his dead roses because he was one of the ones that used to bully me. He was one of the ones that used to bust on me, chase me out the class. I'm running down all that. I'm telling the teachers, all of that. This is, people don't know where it stemmed from. Like, I wasn't who I am today. I was made this way. I was very passive. I was very meek. Those who know me know I'm not bluffing. All right. But anyways, so now I can already tell, even at a young age. All right. I can tell at a young age that these people do not like me. All right. I can tell. I can feel it. Right. Even though I'm yearning and trying so hard to get the attention of others and to get them to start liking me. Because one thing, a person that's from a different area, when they come to this location, it is one of the most, what's the word I'm looking for? It is one of the most hard things. It's one of the hardest things to do, okay, is to try to be accepted by the peers and by the people that you're not even from their area at the time, all right? So, boom. Long story short. Now, one thing that did happen was that all of the girls was cool with us. They liked me and my brother. The girls liked me and my brother. They was always playing with us. You know what I'm saying? When we went out to the playground and stuff, they called recess. When we would go out to recess, they would play with us. But for some reason, none of the dudes wanted to play with us. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't on no kinky stuff, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't on that. But none of the dudes wanted to play with us. All right? So one day, here we go. One day, we're over by this little. It was like a bunch of sawdust. It was like a pile of sawdust. Like they didn't put it throughout the area yet. They didn't spread it out everywhere. So it was just like a pile of sawdust. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of like mudded area, like regular terrain. All right. So on this little mountain, we playing King of the Mountain, but it's only me, my twin, and a bunch of girls, and maybe a few guys, but it wasn't none of the dudes that, like that I was trying to befriend. It was probably some people that was in the recess, wasn't in my class, and just wanted to join in on some fun. All right. So we're over on this mountain. We're playing King of the Mountain, boom. But we pushing people off the sawdust. It's just fun. We having fun, boom, boom, boom. Then next thing you know, I see this crowd formulating. Like while we playing and stuff, but you don't think that in second grade, you're not thinking that people's plotting on you, that you got ops and don't even know them. You're in second grade, bro. So boom, we sitting there, we having fun. I'm pushing people out. So then we just stop and look. Yo, it's like 12 to 15 kids, all dudes, and they are plotting. You could just see them like this. Right in the area of us playing King of the Mountain. All right. So we looking now. I start to get a little suspicious. I'm looking at them. They looking at us. So they start to walk towards the little sawdust pile that we're standing in. So they walk up. They like, yo, where y'all from? Bro, what? I'm in second grade. I'm 7 years old. I'm like, I grew up in Erfurt Road. So it's me and my twin. So you can see one inching like to. So I'm like, I back up. I'm like, what's going on? So they're like, hey, you ain't from around here, man. Get away from our girls. Man, we ain't even thinking about none of that. We just trying to play with somebody that wants to play with us. Out of nowhere, one of them swings on me. Boom, but they miss. Boom. I could see this, and then next thing you know, I just see about 7 other people. Now, let me give y'all one of the names of one of the people, all right? Shout out to this man, because today, he like a brother to me. All right, like me and him is like brothers, like we're real close, but at this time, Nutso. Yeah, Nutso. Yeah. Shout out Am Arrington. Shout out Angelo Arrington. Them is my brothers now. But back in second grade, Nutso, he was the ringleader. Facts. So boom. He one of them. And no actuality, if I'm not mistaken, don't hold me in the fact factory. Do not hold me accountable for this one. But I do believe he was the one that asked me where I was from. So when I dodged that hit, whew, I see a bunch of people about to come after me. I turn around, I look at my brother, I'm like, bro. I'm like, yo, they come on. We take off. Whew, whew, whew. I'm running for dear life. When I say I look back, bro, they are huffing. They is coming to get the twins. I'm running all over the place. Help, help. Next thing you know, I look to see where my brother's at. My brother goes in the opposite direction of me, runs up these stairs to get on top of the monkey bars, and he's at the top of the monkey bars. Safe. I'm like, what nigga? This nigga. I'm out. Oh, get away from me. Get away. Then one of them, it was a big dude. I forget his name. Mike something. But it's a million Mikes out there, so we can't put 2 and 2 together. But those of y'all who was in second grade with us, y'all know which one it was. He was probably the biggest nigga in second grade, especially in our class. This dude out of nowhere grabs me. Wham! Puts me in a move like this. I'm like, get off me. Get off me. Get off me. Please get off me. I ain't do nothing. So then, Nutso get a word to somebody named Terry Meredith. All right? They call him ATL now, but he's originally from Harrisburg. This is second grade, where before he moved to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? This was second grade. This is when this happened. He motions to him. He like, yo, while I'm getting restrained by this large second grader, I'm sitting like, on, man. Let me go, man. I didn't even do nothing. I look back for my assistants, my brother. I look for all the teachers, high and low. What is going on here? Why all these people get saved in the world? Where is my savior? So I'm standing there after he gives the motion. Yo, Terry comes out of nowhere like he's some freaking professional field goal kicker. He comes out of, or punter, or kick returner. I mean, kicker. I'm standing here like this with the dude. He comes from this way, behind us. And I look, and I just see it in slow motion as he walks up. He had a little head, right? His head was shaped and it was like flattened. Like it looked like a little hammerhead shark, all right? And y'all know who I'm talking about if y'all know who I'm talking about. So boom, his head was a little tight. So he come around the corner, he like this. Hold him up, hold him up, hold him up. But he's already like in a like this. I'm like, what is he planning on doing to me? I'm sitting like this as he's curving himself like this around. He's like, hold him up, hold him up. So as the dude gets a better grip to where my positioning is like this, Terry Meredith comes around like a professional football kicker, and as if my stomach had pigskin and white stitching on it, like it's a football or something. He goes, boom! I can't even tell you if it hurt it or not. I can't even tell you because all I know is I said, screamed at the top of my lungs. When I say I could not breathe, and on some real, it might have been 5 or 10 seconds, but to me, it felt like minutes. When I say I could not breathe, I'm on the ground. I'm trying to regain composure. I'm like, the girls that's around at the time, I don't know y'all names. You know the ones that I do know one of them. Shout out Adriana Chambers. She was one of them. Leave him alone. Oh my goodness. They come over. A couple girls came over. You know, are you okay? Are you okay? They told the teachers. I went to the office. Boom. Long story short, I don't know nobody's name. I don't know anything. I don't know nothing. All I know is I got kicked in the stomach and your camera should work. You get what I'm saying? Because even at 7 years old, I ain't know nobody names. I just moved here. I'm 7 years old, cuz like, what do you expect me to do? All right. Now I'm just scared. I'm just afraid for my life. Now, that occurs, right? So you gotta think, I just moved here. I've gotten to a little few punk fights when I was over in Camp Hill, but it's like, wait, these dudes are serious over here. They really are out to hurt me, right? So now I developed fear. I started to be afraid. Now, these same people, now it's like, I don't want to be around y'all. I want to stay away from y'all. I want to steer clear from y'all. Listen, y'all, do not bully people. All right, because y'all do like it's taking me back there. How I used to feel every day I go to school. When I'm ready to go to school, the first thing I'm thinking about is how to dodge or how to make sure that these people today do not see me. I'm like, all right, well, if I could just make sure that they don't see me in breakfast, this person is not in my class. Da-da-da-da-da. This is what happens when y'all are bullying people. All right. And when it's your turn, you can't get out of it. When it's your turn to get bullied, you can't sit there and be like, no, it's karma. You're going to get it back. Trust me. So what I want y'all to do, those of you who was bullying, who are bullying, stop. Those of you who did bully, your day's going to come. But you know how you could stop your day from coming? Huh? You know how you could stop your day from coming and meeting me one day? Huh? It's by apologizing. is by making it right with whomever it was. Because no matter what, you wonder why your life is in shambles. You wonder why your life is in an uproar. You wonder why things cannot get right. It's because of all of those loose ends that you never completed. All of those dead ends that you never redirected. Be genuine, apologize, reach out to these people, talk to them, let them know, like, yo, I apologize, because I'm telling you, they do not forget nothing you did, because I don't forget nothing. Nobody did. This is a story from 2nd grade, and I'm spitting it to you verbatim. That got to let you know that the things that happened to me are still inside of my head. Stop doing that to people, y'all, because y'all don't know what y'all do to their head. And then they sit in the mirror. Yo, I used to get called ugly every single day. Every single day. From my step lady, from my sisters and brothers, from my peers. Every day I was getting called. Look at me. I look the same. Every single day I used to look inside of the mirror, right? And be like, how am I ugly? But I have to be, because everybody's saying it. I must be ugly. How am I dirty? I don't see any dirt, but everybody every single day is calling me dirty, right? So I used to look in the mirror like, well, maybe everybody is designed to believe that they look good, when in all actuality, you just don't. Your genetics is just telling you, oh, you're not ugly. But if everybody in the world is calling me ugly every single day, busting on me, then I must be ugly. That right there, do you know what that sends? You know how that makes a child feel? No outfit, no pair of shoes, no nothing, no jewelry, nothing can enhance the way that that person feels. Y'all need to stop doing that. And I'm saying this from a place I haven't been bullied in. Trust me, I haven't been bullied in over 20 years. I haven't lost a fight in over. I haven't lost a fight since 2000, 2001, 2000. Okay. Last matter of fact, it was before that. The last fight I lost was way before 2000. But if we speak directly, the last fight that I actually lost was to my twin brother. That's the last fight, and that was 2000, 2001. Facts. All right. But what I'm telling y'all, man, just stop the bullying. But let me continue with the story. I just had to, I had to break that down, because yo, a lot of people don't get that words you say to somebody, man, it could be in their head for 30, 40, 50 years. Just don't do it. And then when you see that person again, they ain't going to forget. But a small apology, yo, listen, man, who I was back in the day, that ain't who I am now, man. And what I used to do back in the day, that ain't who I am today. So I apologize. That right there is something so small, can go a long way to clear your demons, to make your energy positive again, to bring your vibrations back up. Wonder why everything is in mayhem in your life? Is because you gotta go tie up them loose ends. But back at the story. So boom. So that happened. Now, that day when I get off school, first thing I do is, in my head, that dude gotta pay for that. Forget everybody else. Forget the orchestrator. I want that dude that kicked me in my stomach. I gotta have him no matter what. So look, so that day when I came in from school, dad's talking to me and stuff like, what happened? Da-da-da. So I tell dad, da-da-da-da. So he like, oh, they had to jump you. He gets mad at my brother. All my brothers grinded my brother up for running to that sliding board on top of the monkey bars. He ran up the daggone sliding board, them steps, and my brothers smoked him. He knew after that day, he knew, you better not ever do nothing like that again. Don't ever leave your brother stranded. Because in all actuality, I'm not throwing shade on my brother, but these are facts. At the Fact Factory, this is what occurred. This is what he will tell you what occurred. But after that, yeah, I was my brother's keeper. My brother was my keeper. Facts. But anyways, so boom, dad catches me, right? I'm downstairs. We had this broke chair. All right, this is after I came home from school the same day. We had this broke chair that was sitting in the back of our dining room table. All right. And I knew this because it was a piece on the armrest. It was all wood. It was thick like this. All wood. Boom. So I took that. Boom. It was already broke. So I finished breaking it off and I put it in my book bag. Now, you know what that's going to be used for? It doesn't take a rocket scientist. I'm going to crack his head. I can't wait. That's all I'm thinking of, is seeing this piece of wood go inside of his head and create a dent. That's all I was thinking of. That's all I'm plotting. I'm sitting in my room. I'm sitting there like, I can't wait to get him. Ooh, even though I'm a punk, I'm scared, I'm passive at this time, but that dude kicked me in my stomach. It doesn't have anything to do with fight or flight at this moment. You hurt me beyond the core, and everybody watch me writhe in pain and scream in agony and excruciating pain. Nah, you gotta pay for that. So, yo, I don't know how it was, but my dad was brilliant. My dad knew everything, every move that somebody made. He knew. Before I went to school, the next day, before I went to school, my dad said, come here real quick, Yende. So I walk over. He's like, you all right? I'm like, yes, sir. But he could see the anxious. He could see I'm anxious. I'm like, yes, sir. He like, you got everything you need in that book bag? I'm like, yes, sir. He said, you got your schoolwork? I'm like, yes, sir. He said, what else you got? Nothing. My boy don't be lying to me. But my dad ain't mad because he understands. He gets it. My dad, I was going to be like this regardless because of who my dad is. Y'all know who my dad is. Y'all know anybody. Y'all know he wasn't about none of that BS. He was about all action. All right. So I knew it was going to come eventually. It was in my genes. I just had to get that suburban about me. You get what I'm saying? So, anyways, he looks with sympathy, like, but he knows. He's like, stop playing with me, boy. Give it here. Sir. Because there's no way he could know. There's no way he knew. I took that piece of wood with nobody around. Okay? And nobody is checking for that broke piece of table. So I'm like, sir. He said, boy, give me the piece. Give me the piece from the chair. Now I'm scared to give it to him because now I feel like I lied. Now I feel like I'm really going to get a beat. But I ain't understanding that dad understands. I'm like, he said, now what was you going to do with this? No, it was broke, so I just took it. Come on, boy, you ain't got to lie to me. But I'm going to tell you this. You don't need no weapon. This right here, this is a weapon. My dad took my hands. Like such. He said, see these? This ain't no clip from Friday. These are facts. He said, this all you need. He said, you go to the gym and you in wrestling. He said, use these. He said, you know that jab you got? He said, put it right here. On anybody. He said, and I guarantee you, these will start watering and it's going to take the fight out of them. He said, if you lucky, you get some red Hawaiian punch to go on down his nostrils too. He ain't say red Hawaiian punch. I'm just making it sound a little better. But he said, or if you lucky, you can get some of that red stuff to start coming out his nose. He said, but don't you use no weapons. You don't need it. I looked up at my dad now. I'm happy that I'm not getting a beating for what I just did. So I looked up at my dad. I'm like, yes, sir. He said, now go ahead to school. I go to school. Now, Terry got suspended. He got expelled. All right. So when I went to school that next day, even though I don't want to fight him, all right, because I didn't know that I could fight. All right. I'm thinking the reason my dad has me in boxing and wrestling is because I can't fight. And that I need to catch up to all of these other people because they already could fight. This is in my head. The way that they talk, their facial expressions, when they look mean, I'm instantly afraid. And so is most of these people out here in the world. So y'all need to stop doing that. If somebody ain't do nothing to you that caused you disrespect or caused you physical harm or your family, man, stop talking to people crazy. Stop bullying people, man. Trust me. It's going to end up bad for you. Trust me. Anyways, so when I get back to school, I peep Terry Meredith. He's suspended. He's expelled. Now I'm not going to ever get the chance to get him. All right. The other dudes, they're not in my class, but they always hang in packs. I can't get them either. All right. But as we all know, karma, Mother Nature, the man above, energy, whatever they have a way of making you go to Rite Aid and order your own prescription. Y'all know what that means? If I went to Rite Aid and said, "Hey, can I get a prescription of Allende Harper?" You know what I'm doing? I'm getting a dose of my own medicine. So that's what karma has a way of doing things, all right? Fast forward a whole year, all right? I'm in third grade, all right? Boom. Third grade now. I'm a little involved now. You know what I'm saying? They taught me how to sag my pants. Back in the day, this was hip. It ain't hip no more. Do not do this. But back in the day, this was second grade. They was like, yeah, sag your pants. You know what I'm saying? Walk like this when you walking. Yeah, so I'm doing all that now. This is where I'm at. You feel me? So like when we walking the child, I said, child, wow. When we're walking to the cafeteria, you know, I got this little pep in my step now. It's a whole year and a half. And now, you know, I'm not liked by many, but, you know, the ones that like me, they like me. I'm cool with them, period. So, boom. So, one day, we all sitting in there. We got to, wow, this is going to be crazy. And I hope one day I can meet you again. But shout out to my third grade. My teacher was named Miss Rayno. All right, her name was Miss Rayno. That was my third grade teacher. We had an assistant teacher named Miss Tobash. Swear to God, I am not lying. Shout out to Miss Tobash. Shout out to Miss Rayno. If y'all ever get y'all did have an impact on me. Y'all are good teachers. Shout out to y'all. But one of these days in particular, we had got a student teacher named Miss Tobash. So it was within the first 2 to 3 days that she was working. All right. There's a reason why I'm bringing this up. So third grade now. So we're in a class. So Miss Tobash stands up because Miss Rayno says we have a new student today. So Miss Rayno's like, but Miss Tobash, since you're the new assistant teacher, is that what it was? The side teacher. It was the teacher that was like, you know, you had your main teacher, substitute teacher, not substitute teacher, because she was like the acting teacher. Like she was there for like 2 weeks on some intern stuff. But anyway, she was like, well, I want you to introduce the new classmate. So we all sitting in our chairs, in our desk, you know what I'm saying? You know, the desk where you can put your hands in and high stuff and stuff. We sitting there, I got my hand like this. So we're all anxious to meet our new student because, you know, when you get a new peer, a new classmate, when they walk in the classroom, you know what I'm saying? It's fun. You know, you get to know them, you know what I mean? It's a new person. It's a new experience. So everybody's on alert. You know, we all waiting in attention. We're looking for our new classmate. So we sitting in there. Miss Tobash is standing there. She's like, okay, guys. She was like, I'm going to introduce our new student. He goes by the name Terry Meredith. I know that name. In walks Hammerhead himself. Well, more like Sharkhead. Well, sideways. Like, he walk in. Now I'm like, that's that nigga that kicked me. He walk in all smiled with his book bag on. Now, I'm in the class with some of the dudes that was his homies. Back last year, they was his homies. They ain't kicked me and they ain't hold me, but they was all a part of that crowd and all of that. But they in here too. So when he comes in, he gets a nice little acknowledgement. Oh, what up, Terry? Oh, what up? So I'm just sitting there looking. I'm like, now I don't have the gangsterism up in me yet. You get what I'm saying? I'm not the super tough guy. I don't know how to sit there and plot and make all of this. I looked at it like, all right, well, that was a year ago. F it. I ain't even worried about it no more. You get what I'm saying? That was how things were at the time. But bullies are always going to be bullies, and bullies are always going to get bullied. All right? Period. So no matter if I let it go, this person is still who he is, and he's still going to eventually try to do what he used to do again. All right? But things changed this time around Because I started to think and I started to be like, wait, maybe these people can't beat me. All right. So let me continue. I'll say about a week passes. I don't know the exact date. All right. I don't know if it was a week, a month, 2 weeks. I don't know. But I know a little bit of time passed, and Miss Tobash was still our like assistant teacher. She was one of the assistant teachers. All right. So the reason I know it had to be within 3 weeks, because that's as long as she was here. Only 3 weeks. So within the 3 weeks that she was here, this incident occurred. All right. It's lunchtime. Hot dogs. All right. It's lunchtime. We had hot dogs. I have a girlfriend at the time. All right. I forget her name. But it was just my little third. Hey, you want to be right? Wrote her a little note. Hey, will you go out with me? Yes or no? She circled yes. We ain't going nowhere. We like, why do we say that though? Why do we? Why? Why do we ask? Will you go out with me? Huh? When we so young and can't go anywhere with the person. All right, but we always say, will you go out with me? But anyway, she circled yes. So long story short, what does that mean? That means we walk together places, we eat lunch together and stuff like that. So during hot dog day, we're eating lunch. I got my girlfriend right next to me. All right. Now, hot dogs, you already know that's a special day. One thing everybody tries to do is get a bunch of hot dogs from other people. You know what I'm saying? That's the object. Try to get a few more extra hot dogs. Try to sell some. Maybe you sold your breakfast this morning for somebody's hot dog in the afternoon. That's how things was happening on hot dog day or pizza day, stuff like that. So long story short, I got my hot dogs. Boom. I put my ketchup on the way I'm supposed to put my ketchup on. Put another one. Put my mustard on. Look at her. She's eating her hot dog. She got a big bite. Da, 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 da. Then I feel somebody tap me on my shoulder. Now, anybody who knows, if you're a young kid, then you know this trick. Tap you here. They look. You're over here. But when you become immune to that trick, it doesn't go so easily. Okay? When someone taps you here and you instantly look this way, because you know that the person that was right here didn't tap you. So I get a tap on my shoulder. I look this way. Wham. And when I look this way, it's Terry Meredith. He says, yo, I want that hot dog. I looked up at him. I'm like, come on, man. Like, no, you can't have my hot dog. He's like, man, give me the hot dog or I'm taking it. I'm like, you're not taking my hot dog. He went to reach for it. Boom. I took his hand, swatted it. Boom. I stand up. I'm like, yo, man, you're not getting my hot dog. Now, I ain't gonna front. I ain't sitting. Listen, man, we telling facts in the Fact Factory. When I say my heart's doing one of these, I'm petrified. I'm scared out of my mind. I couldn't even believe I conjured up the courage to even stand up to this man. This is the man that kicked me in my face that I dreaded and had PTSD over as a kid. All right. I'm standing up to him right today. All right. So I stand up, man, you're not getting my hot dog, man. So he was like, what? And he did like this. He said, what then? What then means like, what's the word I'm looking for? See me. Let's rumble. What then was like, what then? What then? When you said what then, you had to produce after that. So he said, what then? He got the meanest face in the world. But only thing in my head that I can think of, the only thing in my head that I can think of is what Dad said. Hit him right here. That's all you gotta do. Hit him right here. This is going water. And if you're lucky, might get some red stuff to come down his nose. Right? So when he's doing like this, he's like, come on. And I swear to God, this is his stance. I'll never forget it. He was like, come on. He's like, what the? I said, boop. He said, and when he did like this, that stuff my dad was talking about, that red stuff, that Kool-Aid, all in his hands. He said, Before he even finishes his cry, my twin, we in the cafeteria. My twin is all the way across the hall he's all the way across the room. Y'all know how them damn cafeterias was in Camp Curtin. He all the way over there. Out of nowhere, my brother is on his back. Mop, mop, mop. They grab us. We whooping. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, then the staff come, break it up. I'm like, yeah, you ain't get my hot dog. You ain't get my hot dog. I ain't even get my hot dog. I ain't even get my own hot dog. I was so happy that I done beat somebody up. Boom, I didn't even get to eat my hot dog. But guess what? I kept my girlfriend. I kept my pride. And I did what my dad told me to do. All right? So for the lessons today, now, and I'm also tell you this. Me and Terry, we cool now. Like, we ran into each other after that, you know what I'm saying? But, like, after that, we became close. After that incident, me and him got close. Me and Nutso got close. And now we started to be the ones that everybody know can fight. They like, yo, them twins can fight. We wasn't just regular fighting. We was bloodying stuff up. We was putting people down. We was brutally beating people at a young age. And it was to the point where we didn't even know what we were doing, but the people around us knew, like, oh, those two are a force to be reckoned with. Those two are a force right there. And if people that knew that was good, they befriended us. And in all actuality, we always, anybody tell you that grew up with us, we always rooted for the underdog. We always took the underdogs under the wing. And once we had the status to where we could fight, anybody that we seen getting bullied, we bullied that bully. Facts. And it wasn't on no like we going after, no, who's messing with you? Oh, start hanging with us. Start chilling with us. We'll see if he messes with you again. And when they do, we do them. We beat them up faithfully. And that's what happened. So future reference, y'all, I can't stress this fact any longer. Stop bullying. Stop. Because one day you're going to get bullied. I haven't ever bullied nobody in my life. Now, I might have overdid their disrespect. Like, if they disrespected me, I might have outdid what I was supposed to do. Like, I might have did them extra dirty. But I ain't ever bullied nobody. And if you didn't want the problem and you didn't disrespect me, I wouldn't bring it to you. So, people, y'all want to win your fights? Don't bully nobody. Don't start nothing and don't agitate anything. All right? When it comes in your direction and you know you ain't do anything wrong, you're going to win. Just do not be afraid. But Scott the Dot, shout out to Scott the Dot, shout out to Nutso, shout out to Terry, because I fuck with all of them heavy. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happened. That's what occurred. And that's one of the reasons why I turned up. It's one of the reasons, because I hated getting bullied. And I realized most of the bullies couldn't fight. They only tried to win with their mouth. If you believe a bully, if you believe everything they say, then you lose 75% of the fight before it even starts, because you're going to be on defense. Don't listen to nothing they say. Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. And then when people are like, oh, that person can do this and do that, they can't do that when God and good energy and everything is on your side. They can't win. I don't care who it is. But that's a wrap at the Fact Factory, y'all. Shout out to Scott Moore for requesting that, man. That just took me somewhere, man. I hope it takes y'all somewhere, man. And if y'all know anybody that's getting bullied or got bullied, man, let them hear this message, because one day their day is going to come, man. One day your day is going to come. We out.